Hey, I'm Brian, co-founder and CEO of LeadTruffle, and today we're going to get into how to train your AI lead qualifier, aka your AI agent that will have conversations with your leads and customers. Now, we are going to focus on the website to SMS, aka the website texting portion, but a lot of the setup here is going to also apply to things like missed call, text back, and AI call answering, although those features do have their own kind of setup processes, but certain things like the AI knowledge base, which we're going to get into here, will apply across your entire account. Okay, so this is AI training and more focused on website texting. There will be separate videos and articles for the phone stuff. In terms of what to do first. So when you log into your new account, if you haven't yet, we will want to go ahead and add a website here. We want to add a website so that we can scrape that. And this is how you're going to train your AI knowledge base. So let me go grab a website and we'll pop that in here. Great. So we got my friend Alex's painting company here, Cincinnati Painting Co. And once that website is popped in, we'll now want to click continue with website. And the AI is now going to scrape our website and gather all of that good knowledge. So I'll pause the video and we'll pick back up once that's done. It should take about 20 or 30 seconds. All right, so my website has been scraped, and this is going to be some basic information about your company. This is a living, breathing document. It will be updated over time, but we just want to review this and say, okay, is this generally what my company does in company description? Are these my products and services? And my pricing information, there was none on the website, but you could add that here. And once that looks good, we can hit save and continue. Now, where is this information going to live? This is kind of like the brain of the AI. Okay, and it's going to live here in AI knowledge. Okay, so anytime you click that, we will have the information about your business living here, easily accessible and easily updatable as well. So also keep in mind that the AI will reference this information no matter it's website texting, it's AI call answering. The AI will always have this kind of in its context, if you will. So you can come in here and some common things are like things you don't do. So we don't do XYZ. This way the AI knows that if someone asks about some service that you offer, then the AI knows to say that you don't do that. And then if you want the AI to give pricing, that's your call. Some of our customers just want to gather some initial information from the lead and then you follow up with them accordingly. And then on the other end of the spectrum, some folks use us to like literally provide a quote, get confirmation of that quote, and then use scheduling to book the appointment. So it's your call. I'd say it's good to just start off with kind of an initial lead qualification process, and then you can add your pricing here. Another thing I'll say with like pricing and some of this stuff is if you have it elsewhere, meaning you have it in a spreadsheet or whatever, you can upload a document here. You can also copy and paste. Let's say you wrote a long email one time to like your website manager about pricing. You could totally copy and paste that into ChatGPT and just be like, here is my pricing, summarize it to a quick summary, right? Paste that into ChatGPT and then pull that into LeadTruffle. So point is, wherever this information is living, you can easily put it into ChatGPT, have ChatGPT summarize it, and paste it in here. But really the takeaway is any information that you think the AI needs to know should be here. At the same time, less is more. That's why we have these character limits. The AI doesn't need to know, your favorite color or the tires on the trucks you drive, right? It just should be relevant to kind of customer inquiries. So with that, now that the AI knowledge base is set, we can also come down here to service area and we can set our service area. Some people, they don't get a lot of inquiries outside their service area, or it's not that relevant. For some people, it matters a lot. You can put your zip code, set a radius, give it a name, and add that area. And then that will allow you to have that as the radius so we know what is in and outside of your service area. So that is the AI knowledge base. There are some company settings here that you want to update with your company name, company email, phone number, etc. Make sure you're on the right time zone and just kind of get those small little details squared away. Once that's done, we can now start looking into the actual lead qualifier itself. So right now the lead qualifier is turned off because this is a new account. If you're ready to turn it on, you'd simply come here and turn it on. And that means that any lead that now submits on your website widget, once it's installed, will have the AI texting experience. If you leave it off, we'll still capture the lead. The lead won't get any text from you. Okay. Cool. In terms of what the AI says to your leads, that's going to be determined by this block of text right here. It's just instructions. A lot of times people email me like, Brian, I want the AI to ask for the square footage of the house. How do I do that? You just write in this box, ask for the square footage of the house. And it really is that simple. This is just like prompting AI. You may have heard that term. You just tell the AI what you want to do. At the same time, you want to put those instructions in here. And this right here, the demo chat, is your number one best way to see exactly how the conversation is going to go. Yes, you can submit on the widget on your website once it's installed, but that sometimes can create some weird behaviors because you'll technically be resubmitting the same phone number often, and the AI is going to think you're a repeat lead. You can't submit more than once in every 12 hours for spam detection. So really the quickest and fastest way to test the AI conversation itself is this demo chat right here. So this is opening up and saying, hey, John, thanks for reaching out. How can we help you today with your painting needs? Why is it saying that? It says, because ask an open-ended question to determine how you can help the customer. And so I'll say, I need interior painting. Send that. Weirdly enough, this is slower sometimes than the actual text, but you can see what comes back here. Understood, you need interior painting. When were you hoping to schedule your interior painting? Again, why is it asking that? Well, question number 2 here is ask an open-ended question to determine when they were hoping to get help or book their service. So this AI is just simply following the instructions set forth here in the lead qualifier. So for most people, something like this is totally fine to get started. We do have some examples here that you can look through to get a sense for what makes, what will work for your business. You also know better than I do the conversations that need to happen when a new lead's interested in your services. So you can use this, you can adjust it, you can just start from scratch and say, your goal is to find out what type of painting work this customer needs. You can then do if they need exterior, ask 1, 2, 3. If they need interior, ask 1, 2, 3. End with a confirmation and a link to book calendar link, right? So like the world is your oyster, right? You can make this as complex or as simple as you want, okay? For most people, you want to keep it, 3 to 5 core questions. What services do you need? When do you need them? You know what people often need. So you can do some different kind of logic to basically say, hey, if they need this thing, ask these specific questions. If they need that other thing, ask those specific questions. But again, really just keeping it simple to what do they need? When do they need it? Any clarifying questions for you to help determine the size and scope of the job or, exactly what this customer will need from you is typically more than enough. Okay. In terms of the call to action, meaning once that conversation's complete, I'd say there's a spectrum. Like I said earlier, some people just want the AI to gather the details. That's it. Just figure out what this person needs and let them know we will be in contact with them shortly. That's what's happening here, right? If the client's provided all necessary information, say, thank you for this info. The team at Cincinnati Painting Co. will review your request, get back to you shortly. A little tip here, if you put something in quotation marks, more often than not, the AI is just going to say that thing specifically, okay? Whereas if you just say, your goal is to find out what type of painting work this customer needs, the AI is just going to see what the opening message is and then react to that. So if ever you want the AI to say something exact and specific, put it in quotes. So yeah, this is one end of the spectrum. Hey, thanks for the info. We'll get back to you shortly. The other end of the spectrum is let's get you scheduled, or here's your estimate, and are you ready to buy? More of kind of the closing process. Up to you and how you want to do that. I would say providing an estimate, my recommendation is if you want to do pricing, you can have the AI, at the end based on the info in pricing, which is again back in the AI knowledge base, provide a rough quote and ask if they want to schedule a walkthrough. Okay. Now, that's totally fine. If you do want to use our scheduling, sort of a separate topic, we have an article on that, but we do have our very own calendar you can use, or you may have a calendar link that you want to use. You can put that there. Okay. So all that to say, it's up to you how you want to end the call. I think probably the easiest thing to do to start is just confirm the receipt of the information, and then you can follow up with them. And as you get more advanced, you can move things further down the funnel. Now, another piece I do want to talk about is the structured prompt. Keep in mind, this is for people who have more specific needs and they need, this very specific information to provide an estimate like a painting company might need. Okay. So you can see here it says selected fields. What type of painting services are you interested? What is the approximate square footage? These are basically now fields that the AI are going to be asked to fill in. And we can see that the field name is this, and then basically, an explanation of what that is. So you can use this as well. I think for most people, it's good to start with the free form and fill out what they need. You could take some of these questions here and kind of fill those in as needed. But yeah, the structured prompt is another way to do it. Again, I would probably start with the free form and go from there. Okay. So with that said, once your prompt is filled out here and you have a good sense of how it's working, I always recommend coming here, saving, hitting reset the chat, and then just role play. You know what your customers ask, you know what your leads ask. Let's just go ahead and play with that a little bit, see what works, see what doesn't, and then you're able to kind of adjust from there. So those are really the basics there for getting your AI trained. Just to recap, we have the AI knowledge base, which is going to be majority scraped from your website, and then you can fill in with your own information. And then the core of the instructions that the AI is going to follow is going to be here in the free form prompt, okay, or it's going to be filled in here on the structured prompt. Recommend starting with free form, but you can always switch to structured later on. And last piece is the demo chats here are your best friends. Number one way to quickly iterate through the AI instructions and make sure it's working perfect for your business. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, Brian at LeadTruffle.com. Thanks so much for watching, and best of luck in setting up your account.